You did it.
Well, welcome back. Top third of all festival shows, not including their own festivals, things that they played at that other bands played at.
Top third.
Yeah, top third. I would say 34% or better.
How many have they played that aren't their own?
I have no idea. I thought it was a really, if you listen back to like the Bonnaroo show that everyone boo-hoos about, that they played there, I felt this was really strong.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I agree. And I'm very not what I expected. I'm surprised it's at not too much the set list. I did really good tonight on my picks too, by the way, on the Discord, on the Marvin Discord. There's an early plug. Drink. But I'm surprised at some of the jams.
What were your picks tonight? What were your picks?
Jammed as much as they did. Hang on.
I only hit Everything's Right. If you go over to Blue Sky, if you look in YouTube, the post I posted on YouTube every night.
Well, see, you should be doing it in Marvin. Come on, everyone should be doing it in Marvin. I did Moma, Hood, Blaze On, which I didn't get, Evolve, and Everything's Right. And then my bust out, I'll keep picking for the rest of the tour, but I'm not gonna tell you what that is. That's for me.
Your you can probably guess what it is LaGrange.
No, close though. It is a cover.
I would think Light Up or Leave Me Alone.
There you go. There you go. So I got four out of the main five, and then not the bust out. So I did good. But like I said, I was impressed with. However, I mean, I thought it would be much more in the vein of like Evolve and Everything's Right and Zero. But I was really impressed with the other songs that were mixed in there. Like really kind of shocked in the Carini jam and some of those other jams. And yeah, it was
if you're a gambling man, you opened up with the 888s tonight. And I mean, obvious, very obvious. And Moma back in the 2 spot. I'm a big fan, though. I will take that. That is, I mean, if you go see Phish at a festival, you're drinking beers, or in this case, bourbon, and you're hanging out, and they do these songs, you're like, these are great Phish songs. This is, you got the guy next to you who's like there to see Noah Whalen or whoever, and you're like, this is the real, man.
And the cool thing is, I think the first set was very good to keep people that were still kind of like spilled over, as you said, that may have like wanted to check out Phish for a set and maybe not going to plan on doing the whole show, because the second set was a lot more fishy, like for the fans. I would say like first set you could get away with kind of hanging out and be like, oh, I could dig this. Like 46 Days, a great opener, like kind of gets you in and rocking right away. Funny that, as we mentioned at intermission, 47 days since the last show, so he should have thrown a little 47 at that first lyric. But Moma back in the 2, I texted you right away as soon as it opened with 46 Days. I was like, is Moma moving back to the 2 where it belongs? And you're like, seems likely. And it did. And a great second song there. I mean, it's perfect. It's a perfect little 3-run festival opener with free right there too, all 8 minutes. And you said at intermission you love 8-minute Phish, and it was a great 8-minute run there.
I don't have to think too much, But I tell you what, the Wolfman's first glimmer of hope of the evening.
That's where it kind of locked in, I think. That's where it kind of felt like they picked up where last tour left off, so to speak, and kind of like fell into that rhythm and fell into that step, especially like in the middle of that jam. It was like, you're like, oh, settling in, back in the comfy spot on the couch. Like, here we go. So, yeah.
Didn't we talk about this? Somebody comment. There you go. We'll see how far it goes up into you, and whether we have to move you higher and me lower.
Right.
Maybe we have to.
Right. I think we have to adjust it eventually, because
we will adjust it. Well, we could adjust it live on the fly.
On the fly, and then Timber was the first.
Again, you keep talking.
I think Timber was the first kind of off song, kind of, right? Yeah. Like what you wouldn't expect for really a fest. I mean, it fit. It was a great call, and it fit really well at the spot in the set and at the location.
What do you think?
It's just not one I would have thought of.
Look at that.
Look at that. We're even
better. Now. Is that better?
That's good. Yeah, I like it better.
Dude, Timber, man, that's where you got your curveball. That's where you got your first thing where you're like, Trey cares. he understands that some of these people out there in that sea of faces will appreciate the timbre. And I tweeted earlier that I like Page best when he's not on the piano. And then they go and do the timbre and they get into the acoustic blues jam kind of thing. Not that anybody's playing acoustic really, but you know what I'm saying. They get into that blues groove, that old thing. And you're like, Page is a master of that too.
Yeah. Yeah. That jam was nasty. Like where it went after that Wolfman's jam, it was a great 23 of like solid first set, solid jamming, really settling into what we were used to kind of from the first part of tour, I guess you could say, not last tour, but first part of summer tour. So and it's a great song to kind of sit back and enjoy a nice bourbon with too. As I was listening to it, I was like, if you're there, it's kind of a great little like, cheers. Like yeah. And I think doing that Wolfman's jam into this jam, this was a little bit felt a little bit more in step, a little bit. Wolfman, the jam was fantastic. The re-entry was a little rough.
Right.
I thought on that one.
Well,
so
we got several. When we get to the second set, timbre kept popping up.
Yes. I know. I have. It was yes, very much so. I agree. And
so then they did Evolve, and the question becomes: you're walking around, Phish. I've never heard of them. Oh, their new album's called Evolve. They played the song Evolve tonight. Oh, that was the song between the weird bluesy song and the Beatles tune that they totally screwed up, according to Blue Sky.
I like the inside Kev's head narration there of a stranger at the show. What would go through their mind? That was great.
I object, Your Honor.
This is exactly what I thought would be played tonight. Like I said, like these kind of songs more. So I'm not surprised it was played. I thought it was great. I thought it was perfect right there. After that timbre jam and what you've come out of, it's a perfect song to put in right there and a perfect like crowd and moment to play it in. I thought it was great. It's where like Bouncing would have gone if this was like in 96 or something. You know what I mean? Like it's that song now. It fills that spot in the first set.
Oh, dude, but I'm not religious. I am religious when it comes to the Beatles, though, and I feel like Phish do one of the most faithful and complete covers of A Day in the Life that anybody has ever done. Maybe
that's not at all what anyone was thinking.
Maybe one of the top Beatles covers anyone has ever done because they get the canopy.
They nail it. They nail it. I like all the Beatles that they're playing too. It's kind of fun. I don't have any problem with it. I can't believe people will complain about it. Should it be Life on Mars? Yes, it should. They should bust out a Life on Mars one of these nights instead. But I don't
think Page can sing that.
I have some faith. He can do it. We know he can do it. I like it though. It's a great spot for it too. Like it's kind of so unexpected there. It was like that antelope at the bowl last year in the middle of the set. You're like, wait, it's not ending this set. And it's not in the second set. It's not like an encore. So I liked it up there. It was fun. It was a great.
My first Day in the Life was the third song in the first set. After a Bowie, which was the second song in the first set.
There you go.
I am making up words, but it is canopy. Like when you're at a circus, calliope. There's that old thing.
Calliopes and clowns.
Possum is a great song, and it's a great closer. And if you're going to close a Phish set at a festival, you close it with Possum.
There's Antelope and there's everything else, right? But Possum is up there in the top of the everything else category. So it's fine. It's great. It rips. I'd rather have it than like Walls or some of those other ones. Well, that were like,
if I put on my I Want to Sell Records hat, I would have done About to Run to close the set, and you might have gotten some frat bros showing up the next time you came through town.
That would have been a good song tonight to throw in there.
Just saying, Trey. I know you're watching.
Just saying, as your record exec.
Right. Can we get a little history? Fifth Kentucky show that they've ever done. Only the fifth time they've played the great state of Kentucky. All in Louisville. And the last was Rupp Arena in November of 96. So
I'm
we're
really
pushing 30 years since they played.
It's been a while. And if you look at that set list, there's a couple songs on there from that they played, which is always so interesting to me when you look back at their old shows and then you see like, oh, okay, I guess it's not that big a surprise that they played this tonight or this tonight. Oh yeah, it's funny.
I believe that we were sans Rift tunes tonight.
I think you're right.
Which it bothers me. If you're watching this later, leave a comment. If you're watching this later, go over and watch it on volume. If you want to become an all-access member over on volumes, which we're calling Wook Crew or something, we don't quite know what it is yet, type in Moon Cabin and you get the first month free. We'll be here all weekend. When is Bob Minkin coming out?
Bob Minkin, soon. Tomorrow, right. Possibly.
Maybe over the weekend we'll have Bob Minkin. So when you're, your wife and your kids are running around getting ready and you're sitting on the couch waiting to drive them, you pop that on, you watch like 20 minutes of it, and we love you for it. It's as simple as that. All right, let's get into this second set. You know where to
find it.
All right, Sand. I mean, I'm kind of tired of Sand. I'm sorry. After that Man one, I felt like that was such a waste of real estate. This one was more compact, and it never does more than it does. Because the bass line is, it's a Tony bass line. Tony was a groove pocket guy. You don't groove pocket for long extended periods.
Okay. I think Sand's a great jam and a great fun song. Yeah, you're gonna take a little for that, I think, but that's all right. You can take,
That's why I made the medium box.
Llama hates simple. I still can't get over that, so it's okay.
I
like Sand. I thought this was a great way to start the set. This was a really good 14 minutes of again, if you stuck around or if this was new to you, I think this was another one that kind of pulled you in. You're like, oh, this is something these guys jam. Because after this, it definitely gets even more fishy to stick around.
Oh, I think it took off.
Well, that's what I mean. It definitely did. Us, it was fantastic. I think if you were new to it, you were kind of, oh, this is kind of where I expected it to go, but not quite like this. But I thought Sam was a perfect way to intro this and get into it. And that Chalk Dust, I was excited because I thought we were going to get a more condensed Chalk Dust, because it kind of sounded like they were wrapping it up there.
Outro jam for the win.
And then it did an even weirder thing. It kind of did that start stop for a minute, and you're like, oh man, is he gonna go into woos at the festival and get like everybody like wooing for a minute here? But he didn't. He only did that, and then he was like, you know what? I bet all these people love the Allman Brothers. Why don't we do a fucking sound like a Rib on Allman Brothers jam? And just went into this fucking ridiculous, awesome fucking jam. That was fantastic. So yeah.
Fantastic. I tell you what, the Chalk Dust on paper is going to be the thing everyone turns around and looks at, but what you don't want to sleep on is a sweet section from about 6 minutes into Light when they're doing the jam into when they land into Yamar. Last second set Yamar was Coventry.
There you go.
Exercising them demons, baby, now, because that was a smooth transition between the two of them.
It was even going into that Light, because it almost sounded like, what's funny is before they went into that Light, there was a moment in that ending that sounded like 2001, and I was like, oh, that's a perfect place to go here after Chalk Dust. Like, let's just keep it fucking flying. But then it kind of didn't go there, and it went into Light, and I was like, oh, all right, well, that's safe. Like, that's another safe choice to do.
That song, man.
And it was a very safe light. But then to what you said, that coming out of that into Yamar was just, you're like, wait, what? They're dropping into that? Wow. And it was very buttery. Like, yeah,
Yamar. I mean, you didn't get anything.
No.
They didn't let it go. They didn't let it breathe and run it. But I know Trey is looking at the clock. He has the clock there in front of him.
Yeah.
He knows where he is. He's like, we want to get a 2001 in. Proper 2001. The breakdown. They got extra in it, a little bit extra.
A little bit extra. Definitely a little bit of extra, which I was really impressed with doing at the festival, because sometimes they just don't do it. And I thought this was a perfect night to not do it because they could get away with it there. But instead they threw the extra mustard on there and you're like, okay, do it. Like, it was great.
That's when all of a sudden you're like, okay, they've transcended your normal, we're going through a festival set.
Absolutely. And then to drop into Carini and take this Carini to another. This whole section was where it got
very little bliss. Very little bliss.
This is where it took a step out from Yamar through Carini. It kind of took this step out of the festival and kind of became like, okay, I was not expecting this at all. But then after that, the Everything's Right and Harry Hood completely brought you back into Fest Zone, and then the encore as well, which I thought was a really masterful job of working the set list, though, and kind of weaving that in and out, like opening with festy songs, but taking them to these places, and then having this different middle section that you didn't expect, and then end it with the perfect festival run. But this Carini was, again, Carinis have just become.
We got 3 closers in a row, though. All of a sudden, Carini's become a closer or an encore.
It could be, but you knew it wasn't going to be, so you just kind of could enjoy the jam and wonder what was going to come after it. And I really liked that. But you didn't
know it was a festival. Clock's talking,
time's ticking.
We knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. That's the one I got right on my pick 5 was Everything's Right. And Trey made a statement.
Everything's right.
If you want a statement, there's your statement.
That was a really good festival song, though. That's one of those songs that gets. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't play it earlier in the show to kind of like
where Sand was. It could have been the opener.
I could have opened it. Yeah, very true. But yeah, I don't know.
But Trey Lake said, how many times has it been? It wasn't a closer this time, but I think most ERs since 23 have been set closers in some form or another, either the penultimate or the actual.
There was a lot of good transitions tonight. The only messed up re-entry that I had tonight was in the Wolfman's. That was a little bit because he kind of forced coming into it after that. After that jam, he's like, we're coming into it. And you're like, yeah, let it breathe, man. But all the rest of the night, it was great. They did a fantastic job of coming in and out and like landing things, segueing into other songs. I thought it was really good for an opening night. For an opening night and for a festival, they kind of crushed it. Like they kind of really did good. So
in a year of Solid Hoods, we got another really good great version.
Jam. Beautiful jam. Fantastic page work in there. And then Trey and Paige playing off each other, which it's funny because I really think tonight, we didn't really talk about it a lot, but Mike was rolling tonight. I thought Mike was like laying some really good funky bass. Like it had a funky feel tonight.
There was a boogie order one time. Couple times they hit timber in Carini. I think they hit timber a little bit.
Oh yeah, completely.
Probably in the Chalk Dust they hit a little bit of it. I want to say they wasn't in the Light Yamar thing, but yeah, Chalk Dust definitely.
There was completely some very some of that complete timber jams. Like I completely agree. That was great. I was really impressed. Like I love that Hood jam wrapping it up. And again, another one that you kind of knew would be in there somewhere. I love it. Again, 3 closers, kind of like you said, although the Carini. Yes, it does. But I felt like
a lot of encores. It pops up in the encore a lot because I'm always like, oh.
And then they came back on with 6 minutes, and I was like, we're getting a 6 minute 0, like perfect. I did not expect the first 2. I'm surprised they went. I thought 11:30 would be hard, but they got a little bit extra.
Trey's going to do it at Hampton again because he'll get his indoor groove on. But he had all those people to hold his guitar up, worship at the altar of Languedoc.
And the Ferris wheel in the background of the picture. So
the obligatory, yeah,
like, you know, it's a moment. It's a moment. Like take your moment, Rockstar. Take your moment.
Love it.
So good job. Great tour opener, which can be janky as fuck sometimes. But again, mid tour, so it's not exactly like they, you know, are starting super fresh, but it's been a little bit. It's been 47 days, as we said.
Tomorrow night will be very interesting. I think we get a tweezer tomorrow night.
It will be interesting. Moving and like playing. It's kind of like the old days of New City for 2 nights. It's fun. It'll be interesting to see what they
get a tweezer.
They do.
And for all the Marvin's folks out there, I'll give you a bust out. We'll get a Silent in the Morning tomorrow night.
Oh boy.
Is that a bust out? When was the last time they did
that? Babe Ruth and calling his shot, pointing to the fences.
I never dropped my elbow. Never dropped my elbow.
Mr. Bungle.
You know, we didn't stream to Facebook because we went so late.
Oh yeah.
Oh, poor Facebook people. Simon hates us. We love Simon over there on Facebook.
It's not
all right. You gonna stop?
Mike's grooving is over there now. Hey, good to see you over there, Michael. It's funny when I look over there and see you over there. Verm Bungle. Thanks, guys. Getting more people over there. And of course the chat. You guys are rad. Thank you for being awesome. Get on Marvin. Hang out during the show and chat with us, and then also make your picks in the Phish picks, predict picks. Kev, get in there, make your picks tomorrow.
No, I'm not. I will let you know what my pick 5 are, but I am not doing a bust out.
Oh, that's what kills you. Just pick one and go with it the whole time. It doesn't matter. You know, that's what I do. I'm riding one. It's fun, and they probably won't even play it, so I'm gonna get screwed off it anyway. So you know. It's just about the camaraderie and being able to talk shit while you're in 3rd place after the first night. Right. So
I got a question for you, and then we're out of here.
Okay.
You don't have to answer it tonight. Think about it.
Geez.
Think about it for the next month.
Oh, boy.
What is the best Simpsons Halloween episode?
Oh, the best Treehouse of Horror episode?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the best one?
All right. Well,
we're out of here. I'm stopping here. You stop over there.
All right, thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
Wait. Oh no,
What?
I got a new outro.
Love you, Noogie. Love you, Mike. Love you, Dave. Love you, Tim. You guys are rad. What? What's happening?
What's up, dog?
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
See you guys.